This time at our workshop in the woods, we've really got our work cut out, as Saf demonstrates all his cabinet-making expertise on a bespoke furniture project.
This has been a bit of a labour of love to prove that I can do a convex and a concave curve.
Ella transforms a huge tree trunk with her enchanted woodland design.
I've made the little door now, which I'm thrilled at. I think it looks really cool.
And I go the extra mile to create a multifunctional toolbox for a fellow woodworker. When it's for that good cause, someone who's been so selfless, just makes you put that little bit more effort into it. Welcome to our woods. A magical workplace where beautiful handmade objects come to life.
This is the moment of truth.
All crafted by us, a team of passionate woodworkers.
Mwah.
There's Saf.
I want it to look like it's an explosion of gold.
Ella.
I've poured a lot of my heart into this.
Carcass.
Yes! I did it!
Robin.
The finish on that is so smooth.
Michaela.
I opted for a vintage machine, but they do give me a bit of a workout.
And me, Alex.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be huge, isn't it?
Together, we join forces.
You ready? Beast, isn't it?
What a beast. To create truly unique items.
Oh, wow.
I'm honest, I'm gobsmacked. I am gobsmacked.
For people who really deserve them.
I couldn't have got through it without you. I just wanted to do something that was for you.
Oh, wow. Yes! I love that.
Oh, my gosh!
We are the Kings of the Wood.
Wasn't the mist amazing this morning? I loved seeing the sun all on the foliage and stuff. It looks incredible.
It's so peaceful and tranquil, isn't it, until you rock up. And then...
It's like all bird song.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, it's mesmerising to watch. The tools I've never even seen before, angle grinders with shaving bits on and stuff. It's got proper tool envy when I see doing that.
I think we're all secretly hoping we can borrow Ella's chainsaws at some point, but for now, that will have to wait. Our first guest has arrived in the woods. Hello.
Hello, I'm Tanya.
I'm Alex.
Pleased to meet you, Alex.
Welcome to our lovely wood. Isn't it beautiful?
It's a beautiful place. You're so lucky.
On a day like today, there's just nowhere better to be.
Beautiful.
So what brings you to the wood?
Well, there is somebody really special called Darren, who I know, and it would be really nice if you could make something for him. First met Darren about 3.5, 4 years ago when his little boy was in my class.
Oh.
I'm a teaching assistant at a local primary school. I'm also a forest school leader. Darren was just amazing at forest school. He just wanted to help from the word go. So he makes me big piles of wood so that I can use it on the fires, so that I can cook things with the children.
Oh, lovely.
He's made bird boxes. He's donated so much money towards our funds for forest school so that we can obviously give more back to the children.
So what is forest school?
So forest school is outdoor learning. It's where children can just go out and be children, climb trees, go pond dipping.
Just real play, isn't it?
Some time ago, we were burgled at forest school and thieves broke into our shed and stole all of our tools.
Oh, no.
Which was an absolute disaster because we use the tools daily. So Darren was one of the first to actually come forward and say, right, come on, we need to get fundraising and we need to raise some money to replace the tools.
What a great gesture.
Darren was wonderful. He started cutting wood and selling the wood and then bringing the money that he'd raised back to school.
Is he a woodworker? Is that his background?
He just does it as a hobby.
Well, he sounds like a kindred spirit with us here, doesn't he?
He's a wonderful man, wonderful man. So.
Well, we'd love to make something for him.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Any
definitely.
ideas from you? Any inspiration?
Well, Darren has got hundreds of tools. I mean, he's always got something on his being. So I thought it would be really nice for him to have his own, maybe personalised toolbox, somewhere where he can put his hands on things when he needs them.
I can't wait to make something for Darren that really just shows how much he's appreciated for all his hard work.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. It sounds like what Darren really needs is a toolbox. So I've decided to make him one that is as beautiful as it is practical. For an item like this, wood selection is going to be crucial, and I think I've got the perfect timber. So I've got these lovely planks of sapele. So obviously I need to join these together to get the right height for my toolbox. And sapele is essentially, well, it's a replacement for mahogany. You can't sort of responsibly cut down mahogany trees anymore. The next best alternative is sapele, very similar grain and colour. So this will be perfect for the box that we're going to make for Darren. I'm sawing these sapele planks down to length so that I can then join them together to form the sides of the toolbox. So next stage is to joint these together, and to do that I'll use a biscuit jointer. Biscuits are essentially little slithers of timber, and the cutting machine cuts into the face of the wood. You slot these in with some glue. Glue in the gap, glue on the biscuit, and combined with the glue on an edge and this to sort of hold it as it cuts inside the timber, you're left with something that's incredibly strong. They're a little wonder, and they make life a whole lot easier for anyone that's cabinet making. So now it's time to line it up, and hopefully this will drop into place. We've got 3 more sides to do and the base that need gluing together. But for now, I'm really happy with the way this has gone. I'm up and running with my toolbox project, and with a new guest arriving in the woods, it looks like Saf will be starting his build soon too. That's if he hasn't dozed off, of course.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, anyone here?
Yeah, mate.
Hello, are you comfortable there?
I was very comfortable until I got disturbed.
Sorry to
How's it
disturb you.
going?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, not so bad. I'm Saf.
I'm Dee, nice to meet you.
What can I do for you?
Got a friend of mine called Andreas, and he does a lot of charity work, and we run a charity together as well.
OK. How did you actually meet, Andreas?
So we both run fish and chip shops in the area.
Are you competitors then?
Technically we are, but we don't see it that way. Instead of competing against each other, we decided to work together instead. And we both started doing free kids meals last year for children that were eligible for free school meals. We've become really good friends, and yeah, we started our charity together, Fish United.
What sort of stuff do you get up to then?
We do events, and we raise money, and we help local food banks, homeless shelters, anyone that needs it really, and try to have fun when we do it as well.
Can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, he's a really nice man.
What sort of ideas did you have in your head then? What were you thinking?
Well, he collects whiskey, he buys whiskey. He's just had his house fixed up. The problem is, though, he's got nowhere to put it, so...
You're thinking drinks cabinet, something on the wall?
Oh, yeah, something along those lines, yeah, definitely.
Is this quite a stylish guy?
He's got, like, a modern-y sort of kitchen. It's blue.
Brass hardware?
There is brass hardware.
No way. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. This is right up my street, this.
So this is your thing, then?
This is a me thing. You give me, like, free range.
Go for it.
Let me come up with something.
OK.
And I'll give you a shout back.
Wicked.
Cheers for coming down.
Nice to meet you. Cheers. Thank you. See ya.
I was thinking more of a corner cabinet with a curved front.
Oh, nice.
Mirrored back, glass shelves. I want to incorporate a curve in the front.
How are you going to do the curves then?
With some flexible ply.
Oh, OK.
I'm going to put a veneer on top.
What veneer are you going to put on the doors?
Maybe like a burl walnut, you know, with all crazy patterns inside. Something that'll look quite spectacular. The legs, quite dainty legs maybe. Quite subtle. As a little showstopper, when you open the cabinet, boom, blue, inside.
Nice.
And then I might put some, like, gold leaf in there. So you open it up, and it's got this massive splash of colour straight at you.
That looks incredible, Saf. I think if anyone's going to bring that to life, it's going to be you.
Cheers, mate. I'll speak to you soon. I can't wait to get started on this project for Andreas. As a cabinet maker by trade, I'm going to have to bring my A game. So I'm starting off by drawing the curves directly onto the timber base of the cabinet. Now, I've gone sort of all out on this one. I've got a curve for the door, a curve for the side scoops, and a triangular back. It's a really complicated way of doing it, but I wanted a bit of a standout piece. So I need to make the side scoops and the door separately on different moulds. I've also got to cut out this middle section here and get that sent to the glass cutters to get some glass shelves made up as well. Once I've sent the template off to the glass cutters, I can change the design. To make the curved corners and doors for my cabinet, I'm using layers of flexible ply that can bend and fix into curved shapes. They're about 5 mil thick, so I'm going to be using about 4 of them to give me about a 20mm thickness in total. I've repurposed a piece of drain pipe as a mould to create my flexi-ply curves, applying glue, which will help fix it in shape, and a spray of water to make it even more flexible. I've also roped in Alex and Carcass, as it's definitely a 3-person job. Right, I've got some markers here. If you just try and keep it in the middle, the 2 markers are there.
OK. You happy with that?
Actually is more bendy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that I ever doubted yourself. It's all right, that creaking.
Yeah. Now, luckily, I've got this.
Are you doing our sandwiches today, or...?
Yeah, I haven't got long enough clamp.
Got ya.
We're going to shrink wrap it around just to give it a really nice tight feel. But don't matter, just hold that down. I'm using this heavyweight plastic film to get a really nice tight wrap of the flexi-ply around the drain pipe.
God, it's definitely a 3-person job, isn't it?
What do you think, guys?
Well, it's great, isn't it?
It certainly worked. I'm very impressed. That is super tight, isn't it?
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
See you later.
With my flexi-ply wrapped up tight, I'm going to leave it to dry for at least 3 hours. Hopefully, when I unwrap it, I'll have all the perfect curves I'm after.
At our woodland workshop, Saf and I have made a start on our builds. I'm making a toolbox for forest school volunteer Darren, while Saf is utilising his technical skills to make a drinks cabinet for charitable chip shop owner Andreas. And now, there's just one more visitor due to the woods. Natalie from Worthing has arrived at the workshop and she's meeting chainsaw artist Ella.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ella.
Hi, Ella.
What's brought you to the woods today?
I would love to get something made for my parents, Tracy and Paul, and they are amazing foster carers. They've been fostering for 16 years.
16 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they fostered 13 children, and they've got 3 children/young people with them at the moment.
Busy household?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a parent, and I know how time-consuming that is, and I just have 2.
Yeah.
They must have sacrificed quite a lot throughout the years.
There have been sacrifices, and there's been times where that's been really hard, but they've just come back to why they're doing it. That those children came, and the world was a very scary place to them, and my parents were able to help them to feel that they weren't alone.
The transformation they must have had on those children's lives must be massive.
Yeah, all the ones that I am still in contact with have expressed how grateful they are. Having somebody who is on your side when it feels like the world's against you is, yeah, just really important for these children.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
needs that. What kind of thing do you think they might want?
So my parents love spending time outside, and the garden is really important to my dad. He spends a lot of time out there kind of with his foster children, doing imaginary games and things like that. So
he's quite playful?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, amazing.
So one of the favourites with one of the children that I fostered was Mr. Bear and Little Bear, and they would go out in the garden, and she would help him with the gardening, and they would be Mr. Bear and Little Bear.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. You said you foster as well?
Yeah.
Wow. You look very young.
Yeah, so I started fostering when I was 22.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so it was inspired by my parents and, you know, seeing the impact that they made on the children that they fostered.
That's amazing. So something like a centrepiece for the garden?
Yeah, something like a bird bath. So I have lots of memories of my dad with the foster children putting bird seed out and watching the wildlife in the garden and things. I think the bird bath would be really lovely.
I would be honoured to make something for them.
Oh, thank you.
Have a little seed of an idea.
Lovely. I have one more thing.
Okay.
I have a list in my pocket of all the children that my parents have fostered over the years.
Okay.
And I thought it might be nice just to have the first name initials engraved into something. I thought that would be quite special.
Of course. I'm sure I could. I'll find a way to work it in somehow.
Perfect.
For sure.
Thank you.
Cool. Leave it with me.
Bye.
How are you?
Bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, well, thank you. Glad someone's doing it. I've just met a lady called Natalie, who's set me a challenge. So her parents are foster carers.
Yeah.
So she wants to give them a gift, and she wanted it to be something for the garden.
Did she give you, like, any inspiration, any ideas?
Well, she was saying that her dad plays really sweet games in the garden. So I was thinking it has to be something playful and a bit whimsical, perhaps. Yeah. So I was thinking of using a nice bowl and then creating something that almost like hugs it or something.
Oh, so you're thinking of the whole sculpture going past the bowl?
Yeah, it'd be quite nice to. Maybe have like a little door and windows, so the actual whole tree becomes like a little house.
Almost looks like a little treehouse in the garden. Can't wait to see that.
I'm gonna go make it.
I'll carry on with the dishes. See ya.
I've made a template the same size as the bowl, which will be the centrepiece of the bird bath. And I'm marking the dimensions onto the timber so I can start cutting the log down to size. I'm hollowing out a space at the top of the trunk, which is where the bowl will eventually sit. I've decided to use cedar, and the main reason is because it is a bird bath, it needs to be pretty rot resistant, so cedar is really good for that. This is going to be where the bird bath sits, so I'm going to sight this down. Once I've removed the weight inside, this is going to come down in. Once I know that it fits and it sits in, I'm going to pull in all the curves and start making all these gnarly shapes and textures and stuff. And then I want to have like a fairy door and then some windows and then, you know, make it look like maybe someone actually lives in this tree.
I'm working on a toolbox for keen woodworker Darren. And so far, I've constructed the main box using biscuit joints and planks of sapele, as well as crafting a removable tray where he can keep his nails and screws. And given that I know Darren will appreciate the craftsmanship, for my next job, I'm adding an element of finesse to this toolbox. I've got these lovely brass brackets. They're corner brackets. Not only do they protect the chest when it's being used, but they look really decorative and really sort of bring it to life. Now, a lot of people will just screw these on as they are, but I can't do that. I like to set these in. If you don't set these in, it's a subtle difference, but to my eye, it's a massive difference. That lip, and just the way it feels as a piece of furniture. Good furniture isn't just a visual thing, it's a tactile thing. Now, setting these in is surprisingly complicated. I'll shave millimetres from the surface of the sapele, and then the brass corners will sit flush against the wood. I score around it with my pencil to get the basic line. Once I know it's in the right place, I go around it with my craft knife, and that line is the barrier between the grain on the rest of the top and the piece I want to take away. If I cross that line, I chip that top, and that top is essentially ruined. Now, it may seem a bit silly to risk ruining a piece of timber like this after all this work for the sake of setting in the brackets, but to me, it's worth it. I'm not the most patient person in the world. I've been working on furniture for nearly 30 years. I've had a lot of incidents in the past where I thought, why did you not take more time? Or why did you not stop and sharpen that chisel? It's these little moments that really teach you the lessons you need when you're a craftsman. Oh, you gotta love that, haven't you? That first one's gone really well. There's a lot more to do, and I've just got to maintain that patience, make sure I don't chip any of the tops. But that's really lifted it. A few more to do, but we'll get there.
I'm moving on to the next stage of my design, creating the curved corners and doors for Andres' drinks cabinet. Now this has turned out exactly how I wanted it. It's nice and solid, there's no gaps, and it's set beautifully. I'm using the table saw to cut down my curved flex ply to the dimensions I need for the corner sections of the cabinet. I'm just offering it up Now that fits really nice, and it matches the drawing that I did before. I'm going to glue and screw these in place, and then I'm going to cut out the base and the top for it. In cabinet making, it's a general rule that you build the carcass first, making sure that it's perfect before adding any moving parts like hinges and doors. So that's looking good. It fits nice and solid. It's the main thing. Now my carcass is solid, it's time for the interior. I want this cabinet to really stand out, and that means adding some colour. I want the inside of the cabinet to make a real impact, so on top of the royal blue, I'm adding a touch of sparkle. I thought I'd give myself a challenge of doing a bit of gilding. We're going to layer it on with 22 carat gold leaf. We actually use something like this. Put a bit of grease in your hand, grease it up, pick up the gold foil and just layer it on. I want it the haphazard look. I want it to look like it's an explosion of gold. That's the effect I'm going for, hopefully.
In the woods, everyone is ploughing on with their projects. Ella's sculpting a whimsical cedar bird bath for foster carers Paul and Tracy, while Saf is creating a curved front drinks cabinet for chip shop owner Andreas. On my Toolbox project, I've had a bit of a brainwave. Now ultimately, there are going to be times where Darren is taking this into the woods to do his work. Toolboxes need to be tough. Made out of solid sapele, I know this toolbox is robust enough for Darren's needs, but I've also decided to make it multifunctional so that it transforms into a standing work surface on which Darren can cut wood and rest his tools. But to do that, I'm going to have to add some seriously strong legs. Now what I've got here is the beginning of my leg. I want to keep these lightweight, but I want to keep them strong. And the idea is, I'll glue a nice spine in like this. Just saves that little bit of weight that might make the difference, but at the same time, it'll be as strong as if it was a completely solid piece. I'm just going to pop some glue down the groove of my rebate. I've cut a channel out of these sapele battens, otherwise known as a rebate, and I'm fixing a piece of timber inside to add extra strength and stability. Right then, now we've got our legs, it's time to glue it together. I've got a biscuit joint to have that first bit of stability and then a lap joint to finish it off. Incredibly strong and just that little bit more lightweight. I'll cut my hinges into these sections. These give it really good strength crosswise. And then we've got these lovely spined legs with extra strength. And that sits lovely. You know, when it's for that good cause, someone who's been so selfless, just makes you put that little bit more effort into it.
On the bird bath for Natalie's parents, I'm making progress removing wood from the cedar trunk. But I've got to be careful to leave enough around the sides to carve my hugging branches. With most of the top hollowed out, I'm moving on to carving the exterior to look more like a fantasy treehouse. So, you can actually now really start to see my design coming together, which is always such a joy, because you never quite know how it's going to go, which is why I had to leave so much there, because you've got to be able to play with it, and you've got to really feel it out and see how it goes. So I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out. So I'm trying to really get in these, like, gnarly, twisty, interlacing branches. So what's going to happen? The bird bath will sit in there. I can now see how it's going to look. Now I'm going to carry on nibbling away and pulling out the design even more. I've switched to my smaller chainsaw, which has a thinner tip for adding more detail, like the twists and textures of these upper branches. The actual tree itself has gone off in different directions and branches, so the grain's gone into loads of crazy patterns in different places, which is super fun. So I'm going to play with those bits and then decide where the door goes.
On Darren's toolbox build, I've got the main components finished and the brass hardware fitted. So now it's time to select the finish that will really make this beautiful timber stand out.
And what I'm painting on here now is a spirit-based dye. It's a dark oak colour, which will put a bit of brown into this. And this is my favourite part. I mean, this is where it really comes to life and starts singing. And this will dry over about 10 minutes. But once it is dry, I can put a wax finish on this, and a wax finish will make the world of difference. I'm sure Darren's going to love this, and I just can't wait to see his face.
When I met Tanya, she told me all about Darren's amazing hard work at Forest School and all of his fundraising efforts. It's no wonder she wanted me to make something special to say thank you. Now the toolbox is finished, Tanya's back in the woods, and this time she's got Darren with her.
Hi, Tanya. Welcome back.
Thank you.
This must be Darren.
It is, yes.
Wondering what he's in store for today?
Most definitely.
Well, maybe I should let Tanya start. Do you want to explain to Darren why you've brought him here today?
So, I wanted you to know just how much we appreciate everything you do for us at Forest School, all the things that you've made for us over the last few years. We just wanted to find a way to say just a massive thank you.
No, not a problem.
Well, after we heard the story, we wanted to make you something here. And I was taking everything that Tanya had said to me when she first came here, and I just wanted to incorporate it into something, well, something that shows how much you appreciated, and hopefully something you can use.
Also, I'm intrigued.
There you go. I'll show you.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's all yours. I guess you can guess what it is.
So some sort of box, but...
Well, it does look quite fancy. Ultimately, it's your new toolbox.
Fantastic.
And despite its nice, shiny appearance, I expect this to be used. I expect this to be used properly like a toolbox.
That is just absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure.
What wood is it?
So I've made it out of sapele for you, so a nice, rich, dark wood. And then I've just tried to incorporate some design features in it for you. Shall I give you a little demonstration?
Please do.
Fold it open. I thought you'd need a little tray for your screws and your various bits and bobs.
That's it.
And then you've got plenty of space underneath there, so you can keep all your tools in.
Brilliant.
And then there's a little toggle either side.
Yeah, I can see the one this side.
Yep. So when I drop these down, the legs fold down.
Oh, brilliant.
And then as I stand it up, put our supports on. And this is what will hold it solid for you when you're out working about. And there you have your workstation.
Just the design is beautiful. I say the grain is absolutely amazing. Nice touches with the brass handles, hinges and the end pieces. This is the first thing that anyone's like, spend time, put any effort in for me. So I'm much appreciative with it.
You're very welcome to it.
I just keep it away from Bradley, otherwise he'll be wanting it for his Lego.
Is that your son, is it?
Yes.
Do you know what? It'd be a cracking Lego box, isn't it?
Definitely. Alex has made an absolutely an amazing thing. I'll say he's really knocked it out of the park, and it will get well used. Absolutely beautiful.
That was absolutely fantastic, and it's just so lovely to be able to say thank you to Darren. He's such a massive part of Forest School, and it's just nice to be able to find some way to say thank you for all the hours that he puts in behind the scenes.
Absolutely incredible.
If anyone deserves a chest like that, it's certainly Darren. And, you know, he's a man of few words, and it's usually those people that tend to do the most good, but you just never get to hear about it.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, thank you.
With one project successfully completed, I think it's only fair we all take 5 around the fire.
Don't you love it when you hand over an object and then seeing people's face, knowing that you've done so much hard work and they get it?
Yeah. Especially when you get that, when you've made it personal to them, and all of a sudden it clicks in their head that it is just for them. And even when you've made this thing for them, they still don't feel like they deserve it.
It is really touching when they really deserve it and they really love it as well.
Yeah, to recognise their work and for them to recognise ours as well is an amazing connection.
It's that seal of approval, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know we've made it all, but you just need that last seal
Yeah.
to say we've done a really good job. I've been working hard on the drinks cabinet, but if I'm going to get Andres' seal of approval, then it's vital this next part of the build goes exactly to plan. Now this is American black walnut as a veneer. Now veneer is basically a really thin slice of wood, a bit like a pencil sharpener. When you turn it, and it just takes off a really thin layer. I'm doing a series of triangles all the way around from the middle of the door, so it looks like it's all pointing to one centre. What helps me is to always have a really sharp knife. First thing you want to do is just score it as you're going through. So your knife has somewhere to go for the second time, so you scored it through, then you can press a little bit harder, so you only need like 2 or 3 strokes, and you're through. There we go. Perfect. So that's one done. And that's going to start off going all the way around. I need another 7 pieces to make it like a starburst. With my black walnut veneers cut, it's time to apply them onto the sides of the drinks cabinet using a veneer adhesive. With that dry, I'm giving the cabinet a sand to smooth off any rough edges before I tackle the curved doors. I really could use a bit of help though.
How you getting on, Saf?
Hey mate, doing well. Do you know what? I actually need your hand on this.
I'm ready. Born ready.
Let me get mine in first.
Spot on there. So smooth.
Quite happy with that. There's a few vital stages to go, but with the curved door panel now covered in veneer, I'm close to finishing one of the most complicated cabinets I've ever undertaken.
Looking lovely, Saf. My work here is done.
Thanks for leaving the mess.
I'll go and get on with my own mess.
Cheers, mate.
I'm cracking on with my project for Natalie's parents, Paul and Tracy, transforming a huge cedar tree trunk into a bird bath that looks like an enchanted forest treehouse. And with my chainsaw work done, it's time to switch it up. So I've done quite a lot with chainsaws, but I'm mainly going to be using all my power tools now. This one is the main one I think I'll be using for now. This is a really cool tool. It's called a circle cutter. It's got the same action as the bar of the chainsaw that it ticks over, but it takes out less weight and it's a softer mark that it leaves, so I'm going to use it to go a bit more into the detail. I want to add a weathered, bark-like texture to the bird bath, carving into every inch of it so that it looks like a fantasy treehouse, to really spark the imaginations of all Paul and Tracy's foster children. As you can see, this is the delightful style I like to rock when I'm working. I think that's all the texturing I need to do. I've reached the point where I'm really happy with that, to be honest. It feels quite a lot like bark. So what I'm going to start to do next is blowtorch it. It might feel like bark, but to give the timber a richness and depth, I'm going to char it with my blowtorch. This will accentuate the ridges and textures I've created with the circle cutter. The cedar is freshly cut, so there's still a lot of moisture in the timber, so there's no danger that my work will go up in flames. There's a lot of surface to burn, but once it's there, once it's finished, it's going to look amazing, and then I get to boil it. And that's when you really, really see everything all come together. That's the final bit.
I'm nearly finished on Andreas's drinks cabinet. Now all that's left to do is insert the bespoke glass shelves and fix the top piece onto the base and legs. This has been a bit of a labour of love. As a cabinet maker, I needed to show my skills off a little bit and to myself as well to prove that I can do a convex and a concave curve with a right angle on a cabinet. Now that my cabinet is done, I'm ready to mount it onto the base. Now the base is made up of a triangular shape, basically, all in solid walnut. The legs itself are really solid, super solid. So once all the weight's inside, all the glasses and all the whiskey and all the drinks are inside it, it's going to take the weight beautifully, and I should have no issues with it coming forward. Can't wait for him to see it. When I first met Dee, he told me all about his good mate and rival chip shop owner, Andreas. A guy who goes above and beyond to provide free hot meals to disadvantaged people in the local community. Now Dee's back in the woods, and he's brought Andreas with him. Hello, nice to meet you again, Dee.
Hi, Saf.
You must be Andreas.
I am.
Now, do you know why you're here, Andreas?
I haven't got a clue.
You haven't got a clue?
Yes, he's kept this one very well hidden.
Do you know what, Dee? Why don't you tell Andreas why he's here?
I feel that you've done a lot of good for people. You've always helped me whenever I've needed it. For many years, you've done a lot of stuff for people that just need that little bit extra help. You've always given to people, always. And I think you deserve something to be given back to you.
Thank you.
How do you feel, Andreas?
Excited, nervous. I think every emotion going at the moment because I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Well, he's told me a bit about you. Now, I know you like a special colour. I know you like a bit of whiskey.
OK.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Wow.
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 That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Do you want to have a look inside?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow. No way.
That is amazing.
Splash of colour. Now, that actually is 22 karat gold.
No way.
On the inside.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine it was going to come out as good as you said it was, but it did.
That's going to look beautiful in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because I love the shape, everything. The work on it, the craftsmanship's amazing. That must have took you ages.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the curves that's always the hardest thing to do.
It's amazing.
I'm honest, I'm gobsmacked. I am gobsmacked. Every time I look at that now, it just reminds me. So, you know, for someone I've only known for 2-3 years, we've obviously made a massive impact on each other, and it works. We work as a team.
Definitely.
And I'm sure I'll see you around mine more often now with this up as well. Amazing work, Saf. Thank you.
I'll get it all wrapped up for you and get it sent to you. Thanks for coming
Leave
in.
the whiskey in there.
OK, then, that's a deal. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
That is amazing. So now that's mine and that's going back to my house. And I think me and Dee will enjoy that cabinet very much. I'll look after it well. All the charity work we've done, we don't go out of our way for any recognition and be given this beautiful gift. It's something I remember for the rest of my life and be very grateful for.
And we've got a lot more to come, I think, from both of us, not just you.
Definitely, definitely.
On my bird bath project for Natalie's parents, the time has come to turn the tree trunk into a whimsical home fit for garden fairies. And that means adding some doors and windows. First, I'm using my circle cutter to scoop out a door area and smooth it down. Then it's on to my die grinder attachment, which I'm using to add detailed lines like the planks of the door. Finally, it's a once-over with the blowtorch to match the doors with the rest of the bird bath. I've made the little door now, which I'm thrilled at. I think it looks really cool. Natalie told me a really nice story about her dad plays this game where he's Mr. Bear and she's Little Bear. And I really want to get that story in somehow. So I thought it'd be really nice to have it on the steps. So I've got my pyrography tool. It's got a heating element in it. Essentially, it's burning into wood, but you can use it in a way that is quite artistic. You can do writing with it, you can do drawing. So in this case, I'm going to be writing the names. Along with the door and windows, I'm also attending to Natalie's special request, adding the initials of all the children that Paul and Tracy have fostered over the years. And with that, the bird bath is finally ready to unveil. Natalie came to ask me if I could create a gift for her parents, Paul and Tracy, who have been dedicated foster parents to so many children. I'm really excited to show them the work I've done. And with Natalie back in the woods with her parents in tow, it's finally time. Hello.
Hiya.
So nice to see you guys. You must be Paul and Tracy.
We are.
Lovely to meet you. Do you know why you're here today? Just
Not
a little.
really.
Yeah, so I wanted to get something made for you to say thank you for everything that you do. You've cared for so many children so attentively and selflessly and brought so much fun and laughter into their lives. And I know you don't do it to be thanked, but I think that you deserve to have something made for you as a big thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like to see what we've made for you?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Oh, my word.
Wow, look at that. Look at the little door.
wow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh, it's good. Can I come closer?
Of course you can.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, it's got some initials. It's got some letters, look.
So those are the initials of all the children that you've looked
Oh,
after
wow.
over the years.
Wow.
Because there's the other window on the other side, so I couldn't fit them all on one window. You've
Okay.
looked after so many.
That's going to look lovely in our garden.
There's a little sentence on the steps as well that you may not have read.
Oh, Mr. Bear, Little Bear.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh,
That makes it really special. Really special.
I mean, the effect you guys have all had on each other, but also the kids that you've looked after and stuff, it is amazing. It really is.
Thank you.
You should be very proud of yourselves.
oh, thank you.
I'm really
Okay,
glad
thank
you
so
guys
much.
like it.
Brilliant.
Thank
Thanks very
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
take
See you
care.
soon.
Bye-bye.
What makes it so special is that it's so personal. It's a representation of what we've done in our fostering, and it reminds us of all the children that we've looked after in the years that we've been fostering. And it's been such a little journey for us, and it's all summed up in that little bit of sculpture, or big bit of sculpture.
It was really lovely to give them that gift, and seeing his face, oh my goodness. And it's obviously just really hard to say goodbye to people you're looking after so much. But yeah, so I think they like it. And hopefully birds like it too.